Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be sharing my March bullet journal setup with you guys. I'm so excited because this is my first year bullet journaling and I've had so much fun with it so far. So right now I am just starting with my cover page. I will have all the products that I'm using linked in the description box for you guys. So I did my March title with a Tombow Duo brush pen from the pastel set, as well as a Crayola Super Tips marker, just says March in a cursive font. And the theme I chose for this month is a cactus / plant theme. As you can see, I'm just coloring in some potted cacti down in the bottom. So I did like a bunch of cacti down here, as you can see. I do all of my little doodles and pretty much everything in pencil because I cannot freehand with marker or pens for the life of me. It would just be a complete disaster. So we do everything in pencil first around here. So I'm just coloring in all of my cacti. Super cute. I'm actually loving this theme so far, which definitely thought I was going to hate it. I did have some doubts about the theme that I was going to pick for this month. I went back and forth between a few different things and I was like, you know what, let's try out the cactus and plant theme, and I am loving it. It's probably my favorite theme I've done so far, which is kind of surprising, but I love it. So just drawing and coloring in all of my cacti. If this is the first video you're seeing of mine, I am Michaela. Welcome to my channel. Make sure to subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. I also create lifestyle and motherhood content here on my channel, so if those topics interest you at all, make sure to subscribe. I would love to have you join our little family. I also do have other social media platforms such as Instagram and Pinterest. I am on those 24/7. I am posting pictures all the time, sharing Instagram stories, and pinning tons of different things. So if you guys have Instagram and Twitter, go give me a follow. I will have them linked in the description box, and I would love to have you as a new follower. So as you can see, I decided to do different sizes of the cacti and the plants. I started off with a smaller one, went to a taller one, and so on. I did this just to have some dimension, I guess, in my spread, and just so that everything wasn't the same size. I like when there's different types of heights and just different doodles overall in my spreads. It makes it really, I don't know, really cute, really fun. I'm not really sure what word I could use to describe that, but I just like the way it looks. I'm just coloring in my last little doodle, and for all of the markers, they are the Crayola Super Tips ones. I got them on Amazon for like, I don't know, $11.99, $12.99 or something like that. Super cheap, and it came with 100 different markers. So I'm pretty sure I'm like set for life. Like, I feel like a 5-year-old when I use them, but I kind of love it. Now I actually decided to add some drop shadowing to my title font because I thought it looked kind of boring just the way it was. So I'm just using the black Crayola Super Tips marker to do this. And then I went in with a little, I don't even know what you would call this, like a fine liner type of marker, or not even a marker, a pen, I guess. I will have them linked down below. They're also from Amazon. So I did the little thinner outline around the March title, and I love how this turned out. Moving on, this is my monthly calendar spread. So I'm just doing a super basic title at the top that's going to say March, obviously. So I'm just using actually the same markers from the title page, the dark green Crayola marker, and then the Tombow dual brush pen from the pastel set. So I wrote March, and then I did 2020 in a black marker. And here I am actually doing my little sidebars for my YouTube goals and my Scentsy goals, because I actually do sell Scentsy products and I like to set goals for myself for both of those things. I do have a sticker book, and it actually had a whole page of plant and cactus stickers, so that's where I got that little plant sticker from. And here I am just doing the outlines of the boxes for each day of the month. I decided to do them in a lime green. I really think it makes the page pop. This is probably like my favorite monthly calendar I've done. Now I'm just doing a little drop shadow around my sidebars just to add some, I don't know, dimension. I'm also doing the drop shadowing around the boxes for the days of the month, but this time I'm using the black Crayola marker for my little like Scentsy and YouTube goal boxes. I used the fine liner pen from before. This part is probably the most like time consuming part because you have to like outline 31 boxes. Kind of boring. Now I'm doing some green outlining around the 2020 title, and then I believe I outline the March with a black marker. I love outlining the titles, as you can probably tell by now. I just think it makes them pop and it's a lot less boring. So I needed to fill the space in the bottom right corner, so I decided to use a little quote, I guess, that's kind of plant inspired. So I wrote that down in the bottom, and then I filled out all of the days of the month. One of my favorite pages to do in my bullet journals is probably my mood tracker. So this is what this page is. So I used the lime green marker to write moods at the top. I kind of like messed up a little bit, but you really can't tell. And then I'm doing a outline, shocker. So I'm doing an outline around the word moods just to obviously make it pop. Make it pop, make it pop. Okay. And then I underlined the word with a darker green marker. So for my mood tracker, since my theme is cactus and plants, I decided to do a cactus. So here I am just coloring in the pot of the cactus. And then I outlined it because I outline everything, as we all know. And then at the bottom, I am doing my moods. So I'm using the lime green for happy. I'm using a darker green for if I am sad. I'm using the Tombow dual brush pen for if I am tired. And then just a regular green for if I have a really productive day. So this here is just me coloring in the first 2 days of March, and they were both productive days. Yeehaw! And yeah, this is the cactus. You won't get to see the final product until I film my flip through for the year, unfortunately. Now I'm moving on to my habit tracker. I actually really like this spread as well because I get to see like what I do a lot of or what I need to do more of with my habits. So I really like it. So I just used the Tombow dual brush pen for a little rectangle, colored that in and wrote tracker in green, and then I'm coloring the rectangle above it in a green color as well, doing some outlines yet again, and writing the word habit at the top. Then I outlined the word tracker because I didn't think it popped enough. And now for my habits. My habits are eat dinner at home, drink water, edit or upload, and then no spending. So this is how I did this habit tracker. I did basically little squares, I guess you could say, a little grid. So basically for each habit, if let's say I eat dinner at home on like March 5th, or something, I will color that in. If I don't eat dinner at home, I will leave it blank. I also added some little cactus and plant stickers. I don't know if I like how this spread turned out, but it's not the worst thing ever. So here I'm just coloring in some of the habits that I already did. Okay, and this is the last spread I'm going to show you guys in this video. This is my monthly music playlist spread. I've done one of these every month now, and I love how they turn out. But this one I'm actually doing differently than my other two from January and February. So I decided to use both of the pages. So I wrote playlist in big black letters and I just colored them in. And then on the left side, I wrote March in a lime green, and then I wrote 2020 in a darker green on the right side. Oh, and of course, you cannot forget the outlines. Outlines are my best friend. Did you know that? So for my playlist for this month, I'm featuring 6 songs, and I go off my playlist on Spotify because that's what I use to listen to my music. So I'm making 6 rectangular boxes, just using the black fine liner pen that I've used pretty much throughout this whole video. And then I did want to add some drop shadowing to them. So I used 2 different colored greens and I apply the drop shadow to each box. I just think it gives it a lot more color so it's not as boring. I'm just erasing some of my pencil marks, giving the underlines to March and 2020. And then I don't know if I like what I did here, but I included some dots around the white space that I had to fill in. Okay, so these are all of the finished spreads for my March setup. I am super in love with them and I can't wait to do more videos like this for the rest of the year. I thought this was super fun to film. I am not showcasing my weekly spreads in these type of videos, but I do showcase some of them over on my Instagram, so feel free to go follow me on Instagram if you want to see my weekly spreads. And I just love everything about my March theme. I didn't think I would love it as much as I do, but I am freaking obsessed with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to follow me on my social medias. I have Instagram and Pinterest. I am constantly posting 24/7 on both of those. So if you want to be friends, go follow me. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm now uploading every Monday and Thursday. I finally have a schedule. Pretty proud of myself. So yeah, go subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I think that's all I have to say. So hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!